Hello there, good afternoon. I am Baba Tando and I have the latest in the world of sports. Let's get talking right here, right now. The Normalization Committee has appealed to stakeholders of the special competition, especially referees, to be patient whilst it waits on government for funding to settle all outstanding debts. The Referees Association of Ghana yesterday announced an indefinite suspension of their services following unpaid allowances owed them. Spokesperson of the Normalization Committee, Dan Kwekwe, who spoke on the Ultimate Sports Show on Asempa this morning, called for calm as he explained the financial situation of his outfit.
Pleasant because however, difficulty normalization committee face right from day one of the tournament Ghana 40 years maybe a football no sponsor image
We accept that this new situation is not pleasant. The difficulty that the Normalization Committee is facing has to do with funding. It was difficult getting sponsorship for the special competition, so government came to our aid. And government funds usually come in tranches. We used the first tranche of $500,000 to pay appearance fees. We are waiting for the second tranche to settle the rest of our bills. We plead with stakeholders to be patient. Each club received 30,000 Ghana cedis. Multiply that by 64 and it's about $400,000. We used part of the remaining to run a training course for referees in Sugakope. The remainder was not enough to settle any of our bills.
And a group na juma and doing to me because okay be a sikana edema aka 1,000 times to obeji 1,000 ba metia dan kokuya bo diamond and do oye calculation say 64 clubs times 30,000 Ghana cedi around $400,000.
Meanwhile, the referees say they will not back down until all their allowances are settled. Here is Public Relations Officer of the Referees Association of Ghana, Thomas Atifu.
We don't know why we are into normalization. And I believe the normalization is to right wrongs that existed, where referees will go officiate a match, more or less referees pre-finance matches, and they are not paid. And there are some compliments that come from team, which at the long run was videoed and then was tagged as bribery and corruption. So if you are going into a game again to bring the wrongs to rights, what do you think we should do? We should make sure that we put all structures in place and to ensure that there will be no time a referee will go out and then will pre-finance a game as it was done before. So if you look at the other times, the FA is in debt to referees to the tune of about 1.5 million Ghana cedis, which is still not paid. Now, if you multiply match day 9 that they've played, and you multiply 850 by the number of matches in the Division 1 side and into the Division 2 side, what do you make of it? So would you again come back and say referees are corrupt?
Right, away from outstanding monies to, but still remaining in the Normalization Committee, board members of Accra Hearts of Oak say they are happy with the team's improvement. Now, Hearts of Oak last Sunday beat Wafa by 4-0 at the Accra Sports Stadium. That was their 9th game in the competition. They have won 6 and lost 3 of that games, giving them 18 points. And this, according to board member Frank Nelson in Wokolo, delights the club.
There's a lot of progression in the team. I see there's a lot of understanding. If you watch the boys, I just have to make sure that the team in second half, I think there's a little bit lost of steam in terms of our side. But if our boys were able to guide their second half, I think they will play very well. First half, they always play very well. But second match, I mean, you find out that a little bit of downward situation comes in. But if we're able to, I know the coach will look at it and be able, as he's watching the game, he has his tapes and he'll be able to correct these issues. And I know we are progressing. The boys are doing very well. The defense is okay. The strikers are coming up. In as much as people will say that this is not the best of strikers, but the strikers we have now, the important thing is that they are giving us goals. So scoring 4 goals in a match shows that you have a team. We expect them to do better, keep progressing. Main issue is not just to beat any other team, but to stay on top of the game, to make sure that we play good football, that at the end of the day, anybody who comes to watch the team, Accra will be able to go home and say, look, I watched a game that was very good, a game that somebody could say that it was paying the money to come and watch. For me, I'm not just going to look at what is at stake or any other. For now, the road is still far, but we're moving gradually, and I believe that we'll get to the top at the end of the day.
All right, check out more on myjoyonline.com/sports. I tweet at the handle at Baba Tando. Same for Instagram. Sports is done for now. Good afternoon.
Switching up.